Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope this video goes well. And I hope you can't hear any mowing in the background. We've had really nice weather since like April. And it's kind of been on and off, cloudy spells and sunny spells, but we've had a lot of sun. So there's a lot of people, like every day someone is mowing their lawn and it's really hard to find a quiet space to sit down and record a video. It is currently 8 p.m. on Sunday, and I think it's quieting down now. So this is also the start of allergy season. My golly, like all week I've seriously looked like I've been crying. I just have really teary, like burning, watery eyes and a really runny nose. And today has been a little bit more cloudy than sunny. I also didn't leave my house today, and today I seem to be suffering from it less. That said, if I start looking like I'm about to cry in this video, I'm not. It's just my allergies have been off the charts. I don't normally, never suffered from them all my life. And then when I hit 35, I started getting them a little bit worse every year. And May is like by far the worst month, and we're only in the beginning of May. I don't even know what it's gonna be like towards the end. But last year, I spent every day of May sneezing like 10 times a day. It was just all sneezing. This year, I haven't sneezed even once. I just get really burning eyes that water all the time and a constantly runny nose. And when I finally remember to take an antihistamine, because this is the first year I take them, I've never taken them before, I tend to forget. Then everything kind of goes back to normal, except that my nose then just sounds congested, like I have a really bad cold all the time. So it's been kind of a weird week. But anyway, my last video, I just want to say thank you for all the great comments. It did really well. You guys really loved the topic, and that makes me really happy because I love making videos about topics like that. So that means I get to keep making them, and you actually like watching them, so that's really great. For today, I'm just gonna do a quick perfume collection video because I wanted to get something out there now that I have the sort of silence and the not allergy ridden face to do it. So I'm just gonna do a short tour, I guess, of my perfume collection. It is not really even a collection. It's like I have 6 perfumes and I never wear any. I recently moved them to a location where they're in my line of sight 24/7. They're right above my makeup storage, so every time I put on makeup because I want to leave the house, it would be an ideal time for me to put on some perfume. And I still always forget because it's not a habit of mine and I just can't remember to do it. So I really want to, because I have some really nice perfumes that I would love to wear a bit more. So let's go in order from favorite to least favorite. So the first one I have is actually one of these like travel size spray tubes from Sephora, and this is My Way by Giorgio Armani. I first tried this on years ago in Spain when I was shopping with my mom and really loved it, and she really loved it. But it was really expensive, and because I don't wear perfume very often, I was like, I can't spend that much money on perfume. And I had bought one of these travel size things from Sephora before for a different perfume, but it was a roller ball, and literally within 30 seconds all the scent was gone. So I didn't want to do that. But then I discovered that they suddenly, because they definitely Macy's when I bought it first. They suddenly had them with a spray, and now it's really just like any other perfume bottle. So I bought it then for a fraction of the price of what the full-size product would cost, and I've used it a fair bit, but I've also had it for like 3 years, I think. So, it really should be empty by now, but it isn't. But it is one of my favorites. Well, it is my favorite of the moment. It smells so good. Let's see if I can. I don't know if you heard that. I want to incorporate some spray sounds, but that means I'm going to be spraying 6 different perfumes all around me. Ooh, that's going to be terrible. This perfume is described as it combines sourced ingredients from around the world in a blend of woody and floral notes. It apparently contains bergamot, which happens to be the main ingredient in my favorite tea, which is Earl Grey. And it says scent type classic floral, keynotes, orange blossom, tuberose, and vanilla. That really surprises me because I don't consider this by any means a floral perfume. I consider this to be more a musk. Like, I feel like it has a little bit of a musk scent to it, but apparently it does not. I'm looking up. Sorry, I'm looking up prices of this now, right? On Sephora because that's where I bought it. So the regular, like the smallest regular size, which is 1 fluid ounce, is $99. My gosh, that's ridiculous. They also have this size listed. This is $37, which is it's still a very decent amount for the size you get, but it lasted me 3 years, and honestly, $37 I would spend on a perfume. I'd probably go upwards of $50, but not $100. Like, that's insane. Now, I want to compare this with my second favorite currently, which is Miss Dior. Look how cute this bottle is. This is 30 milliliters. This is 30 milliliters. So essentially you're getting the same as the travel size tube. I asked an employee, oh my gosh, I can just smell this My Way perfume all over me. I am not going to spritz every perfume, I'm sorry, but it's pretty strong. It was actually a guy. I asked the guy working at the Sephora perfume section whether this came in a travel size tube, and he said no, but it does come in a roller ball, which I can actually see here. It's 20 milliliters, so 10 less than what this is. And I was like, no, I don't like the roller ball ones, but this costs $115. Now, I checked my email. I bought this in Ireland. I bought this in Boots. They were doing a so many percent off sale, I can't remember. I paid €69 for it, and it was normally 87. Now, €87, I know, is still not $115. Typically, again, things in the US are cheaper because what I typically find is that if something is $115, it's like €118. And then with conversion fee added, $115 is only around €100. So it's already €17 cheaper. But because of your import tariffs, foreign brands are priced higher. And I don't find this with all foreign brands. I think it depends depends on whether they can get made in the US or not. But it's definitely true for some. I've recently bought some makeup here that I put on my list for New York because I calculated that with the Sephora price plus adding the sales tax that you guys told me New York has, it was cheaper to buy it here in Euro. So it didn't make sense for me to wait until I got there. And this one, I love this perfume, but I could not justify spending $115 on it. I really couldn't justify spending €87 on it. I ended up paying $69, which I still think is an insane amount of money for this small, tiny bottle of perfume. But it is a really, really nice one. It's one that I tend to grab for a lot. I'm going to see if I can find a description of it. Okay, so it says scent type warm florals. Again with the florals. Keynotes lily of the valley, centifolia rose, and soft musk, which is interesting because I find that this has musk to it and this doesn't. I actually find that this is a sweeter smelling perfume than this, so I would accept that this is floral more so than the other one. But apparently, oh yeah, it has some musk to it, but it's definitely a sweeter smelling one and far less strong of a scent. Oh, I wish I'd sprayed this instead of that one because the other one is lingering forever. I think this would have lingered less strongly, but I think it's a super cute bottle. It's great for traveling. Because really it's the same size as this. So throwing this in your like see-through liquid bag that you can take as hand luggage, I think is super handy. Although I beg of all of you, never spray on perfume when you're on public transport, and that includes a plane, because not everyone is gonna like it. My mom actually, she used to have chronic migraines. She hasn't since hitting menopause, which is like 20 years ago now. But there were a lot of perfumes I couldn't wear around her before because a lot of smells would give her a migraine. She was very, very sensitive to smells. Whenever I went into a Lush store, I went through such a big Lush phase when I was in my early 20s. She had to wait across the street because the smells coming out of a Lush store, which in fairness would overwhelm every single person because it's all different kinds of soap mixed together, but it would give her a migraine and our shopping day would be over. So just don't, because as much as you love the smell, other people might not. Other people might actually get sick from it. So I think it's easy to take with me when I'm traveling light and I'm only taking hand luggage, but I would never spray it on the plane. I would spray it on me hours before I get on the plane, so it's already faded a good bit. And even then, that's me wishful thinking for the future that I'll remember to put on perfume because I always forget it. I take it. I always forget to put it on anywhere I go, so I have not yet actually worn it on a plane. So that's Miss Dior. Then my third favorite, which has been my favorite probably for well over a decade long before I discovered these two, is Daisy by Marc Jacobs, but this is the Oh So Fresh version, which has different colored daisies. The regular daisy is only white daisies. I did not know this. I always wore daisy. And then one time my bottle ran out. I bought a new one that I thought was the same. And I realized when I sprayed it on that it smelled slightly different. And I looked at it and it said, Oh So Fresh. And I was like, isn't that just like the difference between like a eau de toilette versus perfume? But it isn't. It's actually a variant of the Daisy perfume. I googled it and it is indeed a different one, but I like it more, slightly more, than the original. Daisy is also my mom's favorite perfume. She loves it. Let's look this up. What is with all these prices that cannot possibly be right? This is the 75 milliliter, which is $125 on the Sephora website. What the hell? I'm going to look this up on the Boots website. It's €109 on the Boots website as well. I in no way paid this much money for it. I never would. I've had this bottle, which has barely been used, for like five years easily. And I could have sworn I only paid half the price for it. I may have bought this at a tax-free at the airport though, but that wouldn't make that much of a difference. I don't normally spend more than €50 on perfume, so there's no way I paid 100 something euro for this perfume. There's just no way. I cannot. Has perfume really gotten that much more expensive in recent years? Like, what the hell? That's ridiculous. Well, this is a very easy one. It's in the floral family, and it has keynotes. It's a fruity floral. It has keynotes of red raspberry, wild rose, and warm plum, which actually, believe it or not, surprises me a little bit. I'm not surprised it's a floral perfume because, hello, it's got flowers all over it, and daisies are incidentally my favorite flower. Quick little anecdote, my Mini Cooper that I had for 10 years, it was a 15-year-old car, I bought it secondhand. I had it for 10 years, was named Daisy. I named it, obviously. But I didn't name it after the flower. I named it after the kitchen maid in Downton Abbey. I loved the character of Daisy. So Daisy is a very special name / flower to me. It is also my favorite flower. It's so soft, like you can barely smell it from the bottle. Let me try. I'm gonna choke on my own perfume here. Yeah. That is much softer. I think this one I'm gonna have to, from now on, start spraying Phoebe's way, just like in the air and walk through it. This I can spray directly on me, and same with like Miss Dior. It is very gentle in scent. I think it would not bother other people when you walk past them. I can smell the floral in it. I can't really smell anything like sweet in it. I really don't like sweet perfumes, so I'm surprised this is marketed as a sweet one. But I love this perfume. I think this is like my third bottle of it. Always this size, which is why it shocks me that it's so expensive, because that is not what I would spend it on. It could, however, also be that the first two I asked for Christmas and didn't actually buy myself. I don't know. Let me know if you have any recollection of a perfume you've owned for years being half the price 5 years ago. I doubt that's the case, but I'm starting to get that impression, because this, fair enough, you get a much bigger size than this, but they're all over $100 or €100, which is insane to me. What the hell? Okay. Now my fourth favorite did not cost me anywhere that much, and this is Cool Water by Davidoff. This and the next one is such a throwback to my teen years. As teenagers in high school, these were the perfumes. This one and the next one I'll show you. This was the cool girl perfume. I was not a cool girl. I got bullied a lot in high school. I was very much the weirdo. Still am. And really never tried to fit in either. I was not that girl that did everything the popular girls did because I wanted to fit in. I was like, I am who I am. I like who I am. So I kind of like being by myself too, so maybe it's a good thing people kind of avoid me. The one thing though is that I did like how the cool girls smelled. So I did go for the perfumes, and this was a very big part of it. Now this one always gave my mom migraines, so unfortunately I did not get to wear it that much as a teenager, but now, baby, I can wear it all the time. I clearly don't. Look how full it is. But I only bought this a few months ago, last year. Last year, I was traveling to Faro Airport, which is the Algarve in Portugal. And I either bought it at Dublin Airport or at Faro Airport. There was a whole stand of perfumes that were €10. And this was one of them, and I was like, oh my god, it's a tenner. Like, I used to love this perfume so much. It is ancient. It's existed for a century, I think. This is 100 milliliters, this is 75. It looks so much bigger than this, and it's 100 milliliters. And I still love it. Okay, let me look up if I can even find it anymore. If that is even still sold. No, not on the Sephora website. Let's check Boots. Yes, they have it for €40. So it's still a decently priced perfume, but I bought it for a tenner. Okay, so Fragrance Family Floral. Seriously, are all the perfumes I own floral? What the hell, man? Notes, top notes, watermelon, and then hard notes, lily of the valley, base notes, musk. And this is what I wanted to say about this perfume. This has a lot of musk in it, which is why I like it, but apparently the top notes are watermelon. Pretty strong scent out of the bottle. Where is it? I don't know. I definitely smell more musk. It has a bit of sweetness to it, but I wouldn't say anything as sweet as watermelon. I don't know. Either way, been around forever. I don't, with mentioning all like the cool girls in school, I don't know if I called this perfume Cool Girl the first time I mentioned it, but it's called Cool Water, FYI, by Davidoff. I didn't even know Davidoff. I think Davidoff actually was a brand back in the day that also made really nice handbags, because I seem to remember my mom having a Davidoff handbag. Oh gosh, like the throwback. This is ancient. Yeah. Teenage nostalgia. Love it. This, and then in fifth place is my other teenage nostalgia perfume, and this is Tommy Girl by Tommy Hilfiger. I know this one smells really sweet, at least on me. I did not buy this. So I visited my cousin last summer, stayed over with her for a few nights, and her daughter, who's in college, had this standing in the bathroom, and I was like, oh my god, you have Tummy Girl. That was like such a big perfume when I was a teenager. I used to love it. And she was like, you love it? Oh my god, I hate it. She said, if you want it, please take it. I want to throw it out anyway. And I was like, okay. So I got it from her. Let me see how much this still retails for. Okay, so the eau de toilette, 100 milliliters. I'm guessing this is 100 milliliters. I don't think it says anywhere. Oh, yeah, it says it in tiny letters on the bottom. 100 milliliters, yeah. It retails for 39 euros, so 40 euros, same as the cool water. Fragrance family, guess what? It's actually pretty floral. Fragrance notes: top tangerine, heart, honeysuckle, and base wild heather. I know this is a sweet perfume, I remember that. Yeah. More subtle than I remember though, like I can't smell it right out of the bottle that well. I'm not spraying it, sorry. Can't handle any more perfumes around me, but it's I also have no long nails. Story for another time. Yeah, I don't know. These were the two perfumes. Like, Cool Water was probably when I was in like my 4th year of high school. This is gonna confuse a lot of people, so I'll just quickly explain the system. In Belgium, you have 6 years of elementary school and 6 years of high school. Simple. No sophomore, freshman, all that stuff. No 4 years of middle school and 4 years of high school. 6 years elementary school, 6 years high school. That's it. So in my 4th year of high school, it was all Cool Water, and then in my 5th year was all Tommy Girl. And I love this. My mom hated it. It didn't give her migraine, so she didn't mind me wearing it, but she just really hated the smell of it. My mom and I do. Like, we both love Daisy. And I remember when growing up, she loved, her favorite perfume was Light Blue from Dolce & Gabbana, which I also liked, but I was a teenager. That was out of my price range. But we generally don't really agree on perfumes. My mom doesn't really wear perfume either. Now in 6th place, this might be a controversial one because this is an expensive one and I purposefully bought it knowing it was expensive, is Coco Mademoiselle from Coco Chanel, or just Chanel. I hate it. Okay, hate is a strong word. I didn't buy it, but I bought this in Paris. So, quick note, when I say I went to Paris, I don't mean to sound bougie, okay? Paris is a 2-hour train ride from Belgium. During COVID years, I was not allowed to travel to the United States. There were no flights going. So, in 2021, I went to Paris for the first time ever, which was the biggest shock, I think, to anyone. I was 39, turning 30. No, I went for my birthday. I went in November. I was 39. And had lived in Belgium for 22 years and never went to Paris when the high-speed train takes 2 hours to get to Paris. For most of us in Europe, Paris is really not that fancy or that, like, magical place that you absolutely want to visit. That said, I could not have been more wrong about that city. I thought I was going to walk into, I've been to London many times, and London to me is like a little New York. New York is and will always probably remain my favorite city in the world. But it is, let's face it, filthy. New York gets away with it because it's New York. It's got so much to see and so much to offer. It's got a lot of beauty in it too. But it's filthy. And London has bits of that. London has a lot to see and a lot of beauty in it, but it also has not the cleanest streets or the cleanest areas, I guess, kind of depending on where you go. And neither city, I find, has a lot of green in it. Yes, New York has like the biggest park in the world and has a lot of big parks, but they're all man-made, like green sections in the middle of a concrete jungle. I thought Paris would be the same. I was expecting Paris to be like New York and like London. Wow, it is so not. Paris is beautiful, like all over, like everything people always raved about, Paris this and Paris that, I didn't really believe, but it really is true, and you just don't get it if you haven't been there, because I've seen it on TV a million times, I've seen it on postcards a million times. It doesn't give you the vibe, but it is wonderful once you're there. You know, it has the Seine running all the way through it, so there's a lot of water. I know London has the Thames, but I think if you've been in both, there's a difference. All along the Seine, you have trees everywhere. Like, there's so much green. That really surprised me. And there are so many, like, the architecture is beautiful and clean. And there are so many open plazas with sculptures and stuff that are car free, where you can just sit on a bench and enjoy a little bit, won't say it's completely silent, but a little bit of peace and quiet in the middle of a big city. Like, I can't even say it surpassed my expectations, because my expectations were completely wrong. It was a gorgeous, fantastic city, and I said I'd go back immediately, and it's been 5 years at this point, well, going into the 5th year, and I haven't gone back, and I probably won't, because I'm going to New York in less than 3 weeks, you guys. This is like freaking me out how fast I'm going to New York. But yeah, I was in Paris and I wanted to buy something quintessential French, so I went into Sephora. Again, quick side note, if you don't know this, Sephora is actually a French brand. It's a French chain store that probably has way more stores in the US. It has some stores in Spain and Portugal and the UK. Northern Ireland just opened one, which would take me like a 5-hour drive to get there. I would actually be quicker driving to the airport and flying to London, to be honest. But it's definitely not everywhere in Europe, and it's like so popular in the US that I think a lot of people think it's an American store, but it's not. It's a French store. So I went into Sephora. My friend has been wearing this perfume for years, swears by it, so I sprayed it on, went about my day, did a few hours of sightseeing, and really loved how it smelled on me, so I went back right before closing time and bought it. Sprayed it on the next morning and thought, ew, what the hell is this? I don't know what happened, because the day before I wore it for hours and I smelled it regularly and it just smelled so nice on me, and now I don't want to offend anyone, but it smells like old lady. Like it smells like what your grandmother used to smell like. That's how it smells on me. Okay, by the way, caveat on me. My skin makes it smell that way. And I thought I was exaggerating, so again, I did the spray in the air, walk through it trick so I wouldn't have too much on me. And when my parents came to visit, my mom was like, "You smell like an old lady." And I was like, "Thank you." I thought it was just me who thought that, so I showed her the bottle. She sprayed it on and was like, "Ooh, no." So I don't know what this is, but if I Google this, I doubt it's gonna say floral. I don't know. Ah, it's so. You know what it smells like? It smells musty. It smells like mothballs have been in your wardrobe for way too long. Or like your clothes went in wet and festered over weeks. It smells really musty. Not musk. Musty. Oh, just not my thing anymore, man. I mean, I don't know why I liked it so much in the beginning. I definitely don't now. Let me Google it. Well, I'm looking it up on the Sephora website. It gives a lot of info about the scent. So Coco Mademoiselle. Here we go. Eau de parfum spray. This is not 100 milliliters. It is. Oh my gosh, seriously, 50 milliliters. Here we go. 50 milliliters. 133 euro. Sorry, this is Boots. 133 euro. And yes, I can imagine I paid that much for it in Sephora in France. It would have been in euros. Because I wanted to splurge on a good perfume from France. Alright. Okay. I'm sorry, I just read it comes in a spray for easy application on the skin or inside clothing. A complete perfuming ritual for the bath and body is also available to enhance its trail. Ooh, no, I don't want to bathe in it. It doesn't say the notes though, which it always has before. Let's just click on the eau de parfum here on Sephora, which just. Oh, that's the regular one. Okay, 50 milliliters is $154, while 133 euro would be kind of the same, I think. Fragrance family floral. Are you kidding me? This is not floral. This is not floral. Scent type warm floral. Keynotes orange, patchouli, Turkish rose. That's what I don't like about it. Patchouli. I don't like the smell of patchouli. Patchouli is an acquired scent. There are some people who love it. I think most people don't like it. It's a very overpowering scent, and I think that's the only thing I can smell in this is patchouli. Patchouli always smells musty to me. This is, by the way, Mademoiselle, which in French means young lady. This is not Madame, old lady. This is supposed to be a young lady scent. And it's not. At least not for me. If you have this, I by no means want to offend you. If it smells great on you, good for you. It does not agree with my skin. It does not smell good on me. But I also don't like it anymore out of the bottle. And the more I smell it, the less musty it gets. It's now actually not terrible anymore. I think I've gotten used to the patchouli. But I don't know, it's still my least favorite out of all the ones I own, and I don't grab for it. So yeah, that was my kind of messy video. I really should have Googled all of them and have like one window open for each so I didn't have to Google it during the video. I may leave some of the typing sounds in, but if it's really like me constantly off camera, then I'll take them out and just edit it out. But yeah, those are the perfumes I currently have. Let me know if you own any of them. If not, let me know what your favorite is. Who am I kidding? I'm a very impulsive buyer, so might buy more. Plus, I'll be buying duty free, going to New York or coming back from New York, so that could save me a lot of money on perfumes. So, if you want to give me some great suggestions, do. Keeping in mind, if you know them, that My Way and Miss Dior and Daisy really are my favorites. And every single of my favorites is in the floral family. But I don't actually think it's that out of the ordinary. I think perfumes are typically made from flowers. That said, I know there are perfumes out there that have nothing to do with floral scents. I somehow seem to gravitate toward floral scents, even the one I don't like. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna try to, it's 8:45. I'm gonna try to edit this and get this out to you guys tonight so that you have a video, because it's been yonkers. I think it's been 1.5 weeks. Oh, it feels like a lot longer. Okay, I feel a little bit better knowing it hasn't been that long yet. But yeah, we don't want to fall into a trap. So, I will next week be recording a video that's been requested a lot and has long been requested, which is my favorite rides at Disney World and my favorite rides at Universal. I'll have to do 2 separate videos for those because it is gonna take me way too long otherwise. So that's it. Thanks so much for watching. I would love it if you would subscribe. Would love to reach 13,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and I'm currently at 12,500, so I think it's perfectly doable if everyone who watches